Ladies and gentlemen, as we ask you to stand before we officially open up this evening's presentation, tragedy has struck the racing community. One of the greatest of all time short track drivers in the country, the pride of modified racing, tragically lost his life in a plane crash today heading to Riverhead Raceway. The gentleman was fearless on the racetrack. He was a competitor that won more races than most. He was Stafford's all-time winningest driver. And like Superman, this man was unstoppable. Today, all of us in racing, with a tear in our eye and a soft spot in our heart, will remember this day forever in modified racing, when the legend Ted Christopher passed away. I ask you at this moment to please remain standing. Please take this special moment and remember watching Ted Christopher in the famed number 13, the 00, making you excited, making you thrilled, making you even sometimes angry. But there's one thing. This great driver, Ted Christopher, touched all of our lives. He will never be forgotten. And now he will be heading to the heavens and racing in the greatest race of all. From all of us here, let's remember Ted Christopher and join with me in a special moment of silence on his behalf.
Benny Williams. Here they come. Chan gives them the green. Pitzinger on the inside. Paquette on the outside. Paquette will lead him into turn number 2 and up the back straight away. Pitzinger trying to fight back in the low groove, but so far it's Paquette. Pitzinger draws up close again, but Paquette will lead lap number 1. Paquette with Marsh in tow. Mayer coming right up behind him. Paquette now has the lead to himself. Marsh in a dog fight with Pitzinger. Marsh gets a good shove right in the middle of the turn, and he'll move into second. Louis Mayer trying to use the high groove to go around him. He will too. Pitzinger, the bottom lane, not treating him too well. Skillings will make his way by, and here comes Pat Hoole in a 57X. Paquette alone out front by 3 car lengths. Marsh, Mayer, and Skillings trying to give chase. Then it's Pitzinger, Hoole, and Williams. Marsh closes the gap up by a half a car length. As we have completed 4, it'll be 5 this time by Paquette.
Hoole had some trouble in
starting
turn
to feel
4.
the pressure as Marsh is closed within a half a car length. Mayer putting the pressure on Marsh. Marsh putting the pressure on Paquette. We've got 2 to go this time by. Marsh drops to the bottom. Looks low going into turn number 1. Paquette leaves the bottom open, but Paquette has a good run coming off turn 2. Marsh will draw almost even going into 3. He does get even in the middle of the turns, and Marsh will lead him off turn number 4. Mayer follows him through. Paquette drops back to 3rd, and now he tries to go on the attack. Final lap of competition for heat race number 1 for the mini stocks. Here they come down to the checkered. It's going to be Ethan Marsh, Louis Mayer, Tim Paquette, Desmond Skilling, Kevin Pitzinger, Pat Hoole, and Ben Williams to round out the field. Get ready, the Avery Racing Stable, number 8 on the point. Chan gives him the green. Here they come down the front straightaway. Billy Chafee leads him into turn number 1 and off the turn. Kimball on the charge in the low groove. He'll move up underneath Avery. Alexander Pearl trying to follow him through. Avery running hard on the outside. It's Chafee, Kimball, Pearl, Avery, McKnight, Curtis, Lynn, and Coates. Now Kimball up to challenge Billy Chafee. Shelby Avery running strong in that 4th spot. But keep your eye on the top 3. We got a dogfight getting ready to roll. Alexander Pearl has caught the 2 leaders. Chafee gets a little high. Kimball dropped to the bottom, unable to make the pass. And now Alexander Pearl coming up the high groove. We've got a 3-car battle for the lead. Jared Curtis now slips into 4th. He'll try to run down the top 3 as we reach the halfway point of this event. Chafee a little loose going into 1. And here comes Kimball trying to make the run down low. Chafee shuts the door, but then drifts up high. Kimball says, thank you very much. Chafee back to the bottom. Pearl now will try the high side on Chafee as Kimball starts to open it up. There'll be 2 to go this time by. Chafee real loose in that 0-0. Pearl on the outside of Chafee. Can he get it done? This time, white flag out for Matt Kimball. Matt Kimball, Billy Chafee still hanging on to 2nd. Here comes Jared Curtis and Kevin McKnight. The checkered flag will be in the air this time by. Matt Kimball will pick up the win. Billy Chafee right there for 2nd. Then it's Alexander Pearl, Jared Curtis, Kevin McKnight, Shelby Avery, Zach Lynn, and Nadine Coates. So qualifying heat number 2. Surdell and Curtis. Here they come. Chan gives them the green. Scott Beck on the inside. Mikey McGoldrick on the outside. McGoldrick drifts up a little bit high. And McGoldrick still can't keep the car down. Beck will lead him off to complete lap number 1. Littlewood and Leary look like they're feeling boxed in. Meanwhile, this time Littlewood able to get down low. He's gotten underneath Goldrick, and now he's got the low groove on Mike Beck, Scott Beck. Rollins wants to follow him through. So it's now Littlewood, Rollins, Beck, Curtis up into the 4th spot. Then it's Leary, McGoldrick, Surdell, and Carey Sr. Oh, look out! McGoldrick around, and he'll collect Surdell and Frank Carey Sr. Caution will fly. Here we go off turn number 4. Chan looks him over and says it's race time. Littlewood and Rollins. Littlewood leads him into turn 1 and off turn 2. Rollins digging hard on the outside. Littlewood able to hold him off as they come off turn number 4. Oh, the hood coming up on Scott Beck's number 22. No, excuse me, that's Frank Carey's 22X. Thank God it's peeling on the right-hand side of the car as he can still see. Oops, Surdell gets into him. Meanwhile, up front, Mark Curtis is challenging Jeff Rollins for that runner-up position. Justin Littlewood alone out front. He'll see the double sticks this time by. It's Mark Curtis. And now Rollins inches ahead on the back straightaway. Curtis in the preferred low groove. Let's see what happens off turn number 4. 1 lap to go. Curtis by a half a car length as they enter turn 1 and heading off turn 2 and up the back straightaway. He will have second spot to himself. Justin Littlewood picks up the win. Mark Curtis, then is Jeff Rollins, Tyler Leary, Mikey McGoldrick, Scott Beck, RJ Surdell, and Frank Carey Sr. Muni and Pomasco. Here they come. Muni gets the jump. Chan, let's see here. Now the caution comes out. Chan didn't like the start. I think Nancy got a little bit too much jump. Chan says, let's do it again and let's do it the right way, folks. So, Ray Germain in the 19, if that's germane to the subject. Here we go. Here they come off turn number 1 and turn number 4. We're under green again. A good start that time. Pomasco with a big run down the front straightaway. Muni answers back off turn number 2. Wheel to wheel and rail to rail as they enter turn number 4. Muni on the inside, Pomasco on the outside. Monahan and Littlewood waiting in the wings with Sean Stone, Chris Curtis, and Ray Germain. Here we go. Nancy Muni by herself. Look at that. 3 wide for a moment. Joel Monahan very wisely backed out of that situation. So now Cole Littlewood dancing with Eric Pomasco for that second spot. Nancy Muni running good up front. It's now Muni, Littlewood, and now the battle will be for third as Monahan has got the low groove on Pomasco. They'll come down this time to complete lap number 4 halfway through this Super Street Super Stock qualifying heat number 2. Chris Curtis down in a low groove. Eric Pomasco hung out to dry in the outside groove, and a part come flying off. Something did. And the hood on the 26 just came up. That's what it was. And now Littlewood challenging Muni. He makes the move to drop down low with 2 laps to go. Littlewood will lead lap number 6. Muni still fighting hard, and here comes Monahan. Monahan drops low. He's going to follow Littlewood through. There'll be 1 lap to go. Does Monahan go for the victory? It's Littlewood, Monahan, Muni way up high. Checkered flag will rise this time by, and it's going to be Cole Littlewood picking up the win. Joel Monahan second. And I believe it's Nancy Muni third. Eric Pomasco fourth. Sean Stone fifth. And Ray Germain
in Young Guns. And Stebbins is back behind the wheel, and he's all the way to the back when we get rolling.
Here we go once again. Looks like Alex Barton will lead him down into turn number 1. Fushiel on the high groove. Whoop, drips up a little bit. Keniston will drop low. Here comes the 15 of David Briggs. Chris Carver down low. Tim LeBlanc on the outside. LeBlanc will work his way around. Skillings will drive up into that 6th spot. Mikey Stebbins right there in 7th. Carver in that final position. Up front, it's still Alex Barton. Darren Briggs, in the 15. And it's Alex Barton, Leon Keniston. Keniston dropping low.
And Briggs is off on turn 4. Comes back in. No yellow. Stebbins moving up in the 10.
Here we go. Keniston now drops down low. He is your leader at the halfway point as Alex Barton drifts up a little bit high. Steve Fushiel down on the bottom. Fushiel will take over second. Here comes Mikey Stebbins. Stebbins is going to try 2 at once, and he'll get there. Stebbins up into second, and he is the man on a mission. Stebbins now will go hunting for Leon Keniston. Stebbins certainly knows how to get it done in any groove. Here he goes. Loses a piece off the back. That'll bounce up next to the wall and out of harm's way, we hope. Keniston way up high. Stebbins says thank you, but I was going by anyway. So it's Stebbins now with Fushiel in second. Keniston third in a new car this year. That's good to see. Barton tries to drop to the bottom on Keniston. 1 lap to go, and it's all Mikey Stebbins. Stebbins, Fusil, Barton, Keniston, Skillings, Carver, and Briggs. Checkered flag this time. Mikey Stebbins going to get the win. Look out. Fusil will come home second, followed by Skillings, Barton, Keniston, Chris Carver, and Briggs to round out the field. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Chan Stevens giving them the evil eye as they head into turn number 3. Nice, slow pace. Chan looks them over, gives them the green. Don't forget 50-50 tickets on sale in the grandstands. Here we go. Silvernail with a nice move. He'll move from his third starting spot up around the second to high group, and he's going after Randall Phillips. Now he drops to the bottom, and Silvernail, sideways though he is, will be your leader at the stripe by about a coat of paint. Phillips fighting on the outside. Then comes the 7T, the 99 of Dave Donahue. Hilary Renault, the 88. Hilary Renault is your point leader. She'll drop underneath Donahue. Then we'll have the 55, or the 555, or the 5,555, whatever he is. And then the number 19. Is that the 19? No. And the number 12. That's Matt Holbrook in the 12. Sorry about that, folks. So Eric Silvernail, the man in control. The 7T working his way up the challenge. Point leader, Hilary Renault right there in third. And then it's Phillips in the 19. Donahue. Uh-oh. Trouble for the 7. As he looked like he was going to go try to give autographs to the fans. Renault will drive on by. And she will be on the hunt to go after Silvernail in the 4. 2 to go this time by. 2 more laps to go. Renault closing ever so close. She is there. It's go time. And she's going to look to the high side going into 3. White flag is out. Can she get it done? Silvernail leaves the top groove open. Renault drives up high. She'll get another run off turn number 2 and up the back straightaway. This is going to be close, folks. Who's it going to be? Silvernail down low. Hilary on the outside. It's going to be Hilary Renault at the line. Silvernail right there in a close second. Then it's going to be the 7T, the 19 of Phillips, the 99 for Donahue, the 555, 55, 55. Here we go. Chan looks him over. Let's get it on. Ben Byrne with a big jump on the outside. He'll lead him down into turn number 1. Littlewood in the low groove. Doesn't get the bite. Drifts up the hill. Jarbenpaugh will drive up along to challenge for second. Benny Byrne. Jarbenpaugh and Littlewood touch. Littlewood gets loose. Jarbenpaugh will have second to himself. Here comes Brian Chapin in the high groove. Uh-oh, 3 wide. And they make it work. Great job by both Rebet and Joel Monahan to not cause a problem there going 3 wide. Benny Byrne, your leader. Here comes Tyler Jarbenpaugh with Brian Chapin in tow. Give me Rebet right there for Joel Monahan 5th. Cole Littlewood way loose in that number 5. Alex Barton right there, and then Chris Ignacio to bring the wheel around. Croft halfway this time by. 4 down and 4 to go. Benny Byrne looking strong up front. Tyler Jarbenpaugh right there. Chapin, Rebet and Monahan streaking out that top 5. They'll see the double sticks in the air this time by. We've got 2 laps to go. Ben Byrne running a beautiful line out there, hitting his marks. And here they come, white flag. And here they come, down to the checkered flag. Once again, it's going to be Benny Byrne bringing home the win. Tyler Jarvenpaugh second. Then it's Brian Chapin, Kim Rivette, Joel Monahan, Cole Littlewood, Alex Martin, and Chris Ignacio to round out the field. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag is out. Cameron Sontag will lead him off. And here comes Nathan Johnson up into that second spot. Kimball underneath Smith to challenge for third. Smith up the hill, but Johnson gets a little bit loose. That'll bring Kimball and Smith back side by side as Sontag leads them up the back straightaway. Patnode riding very careful there in that fifth position. And Sontag still feeling the heat from Nathan Johnson. It's Sontag, Johnson, Kimball, Patnode up to fourth. Brian Roby wanted to come along with him. Had to get on the binders, and he'll come around. Roby can't get him fired up. We will go to caution with 3 in the books. Brian Roby, get on the brakes hard. Here we go, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Johnson trying to high groove. Gets a run off, turn number 2. Johnson will let you ahead of the back straightaway. Sontag fights back down low. Here they come off turn number 4. Johnson will lead that lap by a bumper. Sontag now inches back ahead. Here they come, rail to rail of the back straightaway. Sontag down low, looks strong. He will lead this lap as they come to the stripe. Johnson will fall back in line. Patnode up on the high side. Patnode around Kimball and now looking high on Johnson with 2 to go. Sontag still up front. Todd Patnode trying to run the high groove. Johnson leaves him a lane but no more. 1 lap to go. Patnode still looking up high. He's going to pull it in line up the back straightaway. Final lap, Cameron Sontag going to be challenged right at the line, but Sontag will pick up the win. We'll have Nathan Johnson second, then is Todd Patnode, Matt Kimball, Brian Roby, Paul Smith, and Eric LeClaire to round out the field.
Shan looks the field over. He's going to let him go green, this time by TJ Blow with the early lead into turn number 1. The battle is for second right now between Les Inkley and Richard Savory as they are side by side in turns 3 and 4. Richard Savory gets the jump. That 99 car is a quick entry. Here comes Woody Pitcat down low to take over the third position away from Les Inkley, although they're side by side. Woody Pitcat will cross the stripe in third. So it's TJ Blow in the 15 New Hampshire out of Troy, New Hampshire, leading the field around with Richard Savory, Woody Pitcat, Les Inkley, McKennedy making his way, and outside. The battle right now is for 5th between McKennedy and Chase Dowling, substituting for Rowan Pennick tonight. That Dave Etheridge back in the back, car number 1. That's the only Ford-powered modified out here tonight. Back up front, it's still Troy, New Hampshire's TJ Blow in the 15 New Hampshire leading the field around. Richard Savory puts a little heat on the back bumper of that car. Woody Pitcat still in third, and here comes McKennedy. McKennedy looks as though he's taking the 4th spot away from Les Inkley. As they cross the stripe, it'll be McKennedy scored in 4th. Les Inkley refuses and battles back to lose that position. Here comes Chase Dowling right behind McKennedy.
out of turns 3 and 4. The 29 and the 25 will take those spots away from Les Hinckley. Here they come, folks. McKennedy, your 4th place car, making his way to the front. And Chase Dowling with his foot on the gas. Car number 25, the Roscoe entry. Roscoe Racing entry. But back up front, TJ Blow, the 15 New Hampshire. 1 lap to go. Be TJ Blow, Richard Savory, Woody Pitcat, John McKennedy, Chase Dowling. Your top 5. Les Hinckley, David Etheridge, and Andy Jankowiak rounding out the field with the checkered flag out. Ladies and gentlemen, Troy, New Hampshire's TJ Blow picks up. And outside of him, the 58, Ronnie Silk. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, 12 laps the distance. Mike Holdren spins his rear tires just a little bit as he come out of turn 4. Pastriak, Alexander, Ronnie Silk, and Mike Holdridge, your top 4. Here comes Tommy Barrett Jr. as he makes his way around Jeff Gallup. Kurt Vigent from the back of the pack is making his way to the front, and that's 7 Mass. Good effort by Kurt Vigent. Well-prepared car. And it looks as though the 7 Mass and the 9 of Tommy Barrett Jr. got a little battle going on for the 5th spot. But back up front, it's still Pastriak, Alexander, Silk, Holdridge, and Barrett Jr., your top 5. Those are in the spots. A very tight point battle in this series coming up too, that I will explain a little bit later prior to the feature event. And we have another special occasion going on tonight as well, which I will let you know. Halfway this time by. Chan lets the field know halfway for Pastriak. Alexander, Ronnie Silk. Kirk Alexander's got that 43 car hooked up tonight. And so does Chris Pastriak. Chris Pastriak leads the way. The Trailblazer, 4 car lengths ahead. Plainfield, Connecticut. Driver. And an awful good guy, Chris Pastriak. Kurt Vigent, Tommy Barrett Jr. still battling out for that top 5. Kurt Vigent, the 7 Mass, as he follows Barrett Jr., taking 2 different lines, those cars, as they try to make their fastest way around the track. Pastriak and Alexander still up front. And a single file still, 1 lap to go this time by. White flag is out. Just 1 lap. Car number 93 of George Sherman rounding out top of the field here. Checkered flag is out for Chris Pastriak in the 15 Connecticut. Kirk Alexander 2nd, Ronnie Silk 3rd, Mike Holdred, good run in that 0 car, finishing 4th.